My name is Francesco Segoni. I'm the project coordinator for MSF France in East Mosul. This is our hospital in التأهيل, East Mosul. It's a surgical hospital with 32 beds for inpatient department, progressively being increased to 50 beds, and an emergency room which is just here at my back. And I can take you around for a tour of the hospital to give you an idea of the kind of activities that we run here. So this is the emergency room of the hospital. We have beds for red patients, yellow patients. We also have dressing rooms separated from the rest. We are seeing a lot of cases of dressings, so we had to separate the space in order to provide good, adequate treatment in the best hygienic conditions. And as we walk this way, we are coming to the entrance of the operating theatre. We have an operating theatre with general surgical capacity. It's quite busy now. We're doing between 6 and 10 surgical interventions every day. We have an expatriate surgical team working with a national surgical team, anaesthetist technicians and surgeons, of course. This way we go to the IPD ward, inpatient ward, specifically male inpatient department, where we hospitalize our patients. They're all surgical cases. Every patient hospitalized here is a surgical hospitalization. So here's our male inpatient department. It's usually quite busy. Our activity is really very open in terms of the kind of cases that we cover. We're obviously here to be ready to provide for the needs of the East Mosul population in general. As it happens, we are still seeing a huge number of cases coming from West Mosul, from the other side of the river. And I would say the vast majority, pretty much up to 90% of our patients, have some war-related trauma. They're not necessarily emergency cases because we are not on the front lines, and this is something that is part of the objectives of this hospital. There are other actors trying to provide for first-line emergency intervention, but there's a huge gap in terms of the coverage for secondary intervention. There's a huge gap in terms of everything that is a secondary surgery, post-op follow-up, and hospitalization. So we receive a lot of cases that may be cold cases, maybe cold cases. They might be some days to some weeks old, but still require surgery, still require hospitalization. And the situation right now in East Mosul is just it's just such that they cannot find that kind of care, medical care, anywhere else. We can now leave the male inpatient department and continue our tour, going towards the female inpatient department, which is situated just outside. The area that we walk through now is being set up as a decontamination zone for victims of chemical weapon attack. There are 4 decontamination showers. There's some space for patients to be received, treated by medical staff wearing protection, of course. This is the entrance to the female inpatient department, where we hospitalize female patient or children. Children can be either hospitalized with male patient or female patient, depending on who the caretaker is, who the family member is, if it's father or the mother, sister or brother. This is the entrance to the MSF hospital in التأهيل. This area is also ready in case of mass casualty incidents to be a drop zone for patients and a triage zone. So then, according to the classification of patients as red or yellow cases, they can be redispatched to the appropriate area for the treatment required.